Did you guys know that Dune is not sci-fi? Because it has people in it. That's my favorite Lumi rage bait ever. Because it worked on me. I was like, what the fuck do you mean, Lumi? What does that mean? And she was playing Path of Exile 2, I think, at the time. But it's specifically the thing about having people in it, making it not sci-fi. But, like, every sci-fi film has people in it. That's the thing. I just don't understand the logic leap of, like, 2001: A Space Odyssey is sci-fi. It has people in it. Star Wars is sci-fi because it's science fiction. It has people in it. Oh, but it's a space opera. But yeah, but that's... You're being reductive. It's actually science fantasy. Okay, you guys are making up stuff. Sci-fi is too broad. Well, can't you just have subgenres within the sci-fi? You don't have to change the genre. You could just have subgenres. Stop rage baiting. I'm not rage baiting. They're literally space wizards. Is Destiny not a sci-fi? It's got space wizards. They came from the moon. Destiny is space fantasy. Well, isn't it science fiction? Because it's made up and it's sciencey? I don't know. I feel like people are getting too sticklery on the genres. It has no science in it. Yeah, it does. You pull the trigger and their heads explode. That's science. They have robot people. Aren't robot people sci-fi? There's literally aliens. Aren't aliens sci-fi? I don't know. I'm confused as to what makes something a science fiction. This feels entirely nitpicky. It feels like entirely way too nitpicky. The science part. Okay, so define science and science fiction. This is subgenres. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I feel like people are nitpicking too much. It's a vibes-based classification system, but that doesn't make sense. Because then you guys are saying what is and isn't sci-fi based purely on just like your personal interpretation of it. It's fiction, but all of these stories are made up, guys. They're all fictional. Star Wars isn't real. I'm being rage baited? I'm not being rage baited. It depends on how you look at it. That's my point. I feel like you're being too nitpicky. I don't know. You could just say they're different flavors of sci-fi and just leave it at that. You don't need to say, oh, that's... Because that just sounds like you're gatekeeping, almost, right? You're like, oh, you can't... This isn't real sci-fi because it has magic. But, like, science is magic, is it not? You put some water in a flask and then it goes boom or something. That's magic, but we call it science. Sci-fantasy is a recent term, or decent term. Well, yeah, but isn't science fantasy a part of science fiction? Can't you just say it's a subgenre instead of trying to make it separate? Because it seems like you're trying to make it separate, but it's... I don't know. Okay, space opera. Space opera is a subgenre of science fiction. Huh? That's what I'm saying. Stop trying to, like... I don't know, they're all sci-fi. It's sci-fi. It's a subgenre of sci-fi, but it's still sci-fi. That's my point. If you put the Phantom of the Opera but set it on a spaceship, is it not... Wouldn't that just make it sci-fi? Is 2001: A Space Odyssey sci-fi? Science fantasy? I don't know. 2001: A Space Odyssey is an epic science fiction film, according to Wikipedia. Okay, I'm gonna consult Wikipedia, because it is the collection of all human knowledge on the internet. Science fiction film refers to the application of science fiction themes into a film genre. As such, it uses speculative science-based depictions of phenomena that are not fully accepted by mainstream science, such as extraterrestrial life forms, spacecraft, robots, cyborgs, mutants, interstellar travel, time travel, or other technologies. Science fiction films have often been used to focus on political or social issues and to explore philosophical issues like the human condition. Is Blade Runner a sci-fi film? Yes. What do you mean, no? Most of you are saying yes, for the clippers, for the clip watchers, if there's anyone clipping this. Blade Runner has people in it, so it can't be sci-fi. What do you get about a movie not being multiple genres? No, I'm saying they can be multiple genres. I just feel like there's this weird need to like other things. And like Star Wars is listed as a sci-fi film, but then you tell people, guys, Star Wars is my favorite sci-fi film, and they go, actually, it's not sci-fi. It's science fantasy. And then it's the same thing. You're picking at hairs. There's no need to do this. You don't have to, actually the genre of a film. I don't know, like Alien. That's science fiction. It's also a horror film. Are people gonna say that Alien is not sci-fi? It's just being pedantic. It is. You're actuallying just normal things that don't need to be actuallyed. Like, is Fallout a science fiction game? Yes, but it's set on Earth. Does that mean it's no longer science fiction? And it has people in it? Have you seen the facehugger? That's erotic. Have you seen the doors that are vaginas? H.R. Geiger type shit? Have you not seen the eroticism of H.R. Geiger? I probably need to get out the censor bars for this. He got them Dorussies, right? It's very, very, like, eroticism. Like, all of his images are very, or his artwork is very sort of, like, sexually charged, if you've never seen them. Of course you know what it is. I'm friends with Jean Faymas. What do you mean? Of course I've picked up on this from her. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this on stream. I'm gonna flash it for like a second. See? It's like a woman's butt and her back. Like, you have all the metaphors for motherhood in Alien, right? Like, it's all a metaphor for motherhood. You're assuming the term is the ultimate authority rather than what people culturally associate stuff with. I don't know. I don't think I'm really assuming anything. It feels silly when I say, oh yeah, that's a sci-fi, and then people actually it and say it's not sci-fi, and then you look it up and all sources online say it's a subgenre of sci-fi, ergo it is sci-fi. So it just feels like people are being nitpicking and pedantic for no reason. It's just me being a little confused as to why people feel the need to do that when they could watch football and have fun instead. It's like, I think it comes full circle to the thing on the internet where you can't ever have people be wrong, right? If you ever see someone wrong, you have to correct them, right? They can't ever be, you can't have people just say something. You have to step in and you have to say, actually, you're wrong because it's actually this. And then you feel like this, I don't know if it's like a smugness about, I corrected them, ha ha ha, I was right and they're wrong. But like, you're not really correcting anything. You're just saying you're correct, but technically there's other definitions, right? There's probably some sort of XKCD thing about the phenomena of you can never be wrong on the internet because someone will always come along and say, actually. Are you coming to bed? I can't. This is important. What? Someone is wrong on the internet. There you go. Yes. I just feel like if you see someone say that Star Wars is a sci-fi film, you don't need to correct them and say, actually it's science fantasy. You could just be like, okay. There's difference in what's the word? Wrongness, I should say. Like, if someone says, oh, I don't know, my favorite science fiction film is Star Wars, you don't need to, like, step in and, like, say, well, that's because your definition of sci-fi is actually incorrect because you're using a different subgenre of sci-fi to describe sci-fi, blah, 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 blah. You know? Dark Ages? Look, I know you're trying to rage bait me. And there's a difference, okay? Someone saying, my favorite sci-fi is Star Wars, versus someone saying, the Dark Ages are real. There's difference. The Dark Ages are real, one is correct. It depends. But to be fair, there's a difference between talking about a topic in an academic setting and a topic like someone saying their favorite sci-fi film is Star Wars, right? You know that meme where it's like the little happy person having fun with like he's got like the spinning hat thing and then like a popsicle and he's having fun, and then the person behind them is huge and angry and going, I hate you, I hope you die, or something like that. That's kind of how that feels. Like, that's the Star Wars is my favorite sci-fi. And then, academics, someone saying, hey, the Dark Ages. And then it's someone else coming in saying, like, the thing. That's the picture of Aristotle debating, right? Okay, guys, I've got my meme. I've made it. I've homebrewed this meme. There you go. I made it. There? See? I did it. Look at that. I homemade this. See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't need to be like this on the right, where you're like, actually, it's not science fiction. You can just be like, that's okay. I prefer Dune. And then someone else comes along and says, fuck you, it's Dune isn't a sci-fi either. That's the internet. You can't just accept, like, people have different, like, meanings of, like, science fiction. Because it has people in it. You can't just accept it. You have to be like, it's got a big worm, and there's a really funny Donald Trump impression. It's your buddy, Shai Hulud. It's just people being angry for reasons that they don't need to be angry. Mass Effect is your favorite sci-fi? Well, actually, you can't. Mass Effect can't be a sci-fi because you have sex in it, and people who like sci-fi don't have sex. Did you know, by the way, fun fact, did you guys know that WWE was on the Sci-Fi channel at one point in America? Did you know that? So if we're being honest, then that means professional wrestling is actually sci-fi as well. That means CM Punk is sci-fi. Today I learned we are becoming Reddit. It is kind of Reddit coded, right? In that, like, someone says something ever so slightly wrong and you have to feel the need to correct them. And it's like not a degree of wrongness that really needs to be corrected, you know? Like, you can just have someone say that their favorite sci-fi is, I don't know, Gundam or Transformers. It's got giant transforming robots. How is that not sci-fi? Don't get started on is Transformers Mecha. Huh? What do you mean? Aren't they giant robots from outer space that fight? Jets will kill me. Is this where I say, like, oh, is Attack on Titan a flesh mecha? Because he is inside the Titan. Attack on Titan is kind of mecha. So the definition of mech, it needs to be a person inside the robot. But doesn't Sam Witwicky get inside of Optimus Prime in one of the fights? Or what is it, Bumblebee? Ratatouille is Eva. He's not controlling it, though. Okay, so Ratatouille is then mecha, by that definition. This is very pedantic, guys. I'm sorry. Transformers have headmasters, therefore it's mecha. I don't know what a headmaster is. Sorry, we're getting too far deep into the lore of Transformers. All I know is they're giant robots and they fist fight. So it's just giant robots fighting each other. Is a human body a mecha because the brain controls everything? Well, I think probably because the brain is a part of our system, like our body. It would probably mean it probably doesn't count, right? Because we're being pedantic. It has to be an extra, like if you had like a parasite in your brain controlling your brain that then was telling you what to do, like those parasites that get into insects and then tell them to kill themselves so they can be transferred. Like that would be a mecha, right? What are they called? The little parasites that infest ants and then tell them to like various insects and then tell them to like be in the open so a bird eats them. Anyway, we're talking about nothing. Let's move on. Let's move on, lads.